kind of love that I can't chase, the kind of mystery won't fade. I gotta wait for you alone, and I'm wasting away. You've taken everything that I want till there's nothing left in me, and there's no room left to breathe. You're changing everything that I need, 'cause there's nowhere left to hide when there's nothing to believe. Would you leave me here behind? Would you love to watch me cry? Would you like to fly away? I could show you the truth if you'd only let me lose, if you told me what you need. And I'm fading away. You've taken everything that I want till there's nothing left in me, and there's no room left to breathe. You're changing everything that I need, 'cause there's nowhere left to hide when there's nothing to believe. And I'm wasting away, and I'm fading away. You've taken everything that I want till there's nothing left in me, and there's no room left to breathe. You're changing everything that I need, 'cause there's nowhere left to hide when there's nothing to believe. I'm wasting away till there's nothing left in me, and there's no room left to breathe. I'm fading away, 'cause there's nowhere left to hide when there's nothing to believe. Would you leave me here behind? Would you love to watch me cry? Would you like to fly away? I could show you the truth if you'd only let me lose, if you told me what you need.
All right, what is going on, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Relentless Racing League. This season, all series will be presented to you by Ancient World Gaming. There are series sponsors all season long. Throughout the season, in all four series, we will be highlighting the Ancient World Gaming drivers, do some onboard cameras, some other fun stuff, and make sure their names get out there. This season, as you saw, is for the trucks. It is sponsored by Sim Racing Wraps. If you're new to painting cars or something like that, give them a check out. They got a bunch of cool layouts that you can have that gives you a start on what to do. But we got the trucks live here tonight. Did not mean to do that. We're gonna be joined by Mr. Ricky Booby, Bobby Rafferty. I think he's in here. What is going on, Bobby?
What's going on, buddy? And now I gotta yell at you for the first time this season. I haven't even had to do that. We're sponsored by Sim Rap
Did
Market
I say it
in Truck
wrong?
Series. Yes, you
What
did.
did I say? Sim Racing Wraps?
Yes, you did.
Oh well, I'll get used to it. I'm new to this for this series. For this season, I should say.
Absolutely.
But hey,
But
man,
cool promotion that Sim Rap Market is actually doing for us. They have a promo code out for anybody watching, anybody within the league. Use promo code RRL Truck Series, and you will get 10% off of everything and anything that you would like off of simrapmarket.com. So definitely make sure use promo code RRL Truck Series to get that 10% off.
But yeah, man, why I got you in here? Give us a breakdown on what Ancient World Gaming is. I know it's just a bunch. It's not just a bunch of guys and gals racing on iRacing. What all do you guys do over there at Ancient World?
So Ancient World Gaming is not just sim racing. We encompass all types of esports from first-person shooters like Call of Duty, Fortnite, NBA 2K, Madden, sim racing. We run the gamut, but we are a full-blown esports organization. Me, myself, I am the sim racing manager over at Ancient World Gaming. But like I said, just a full-blown esports team that has a lot of different branches out in all different types of gaming.
Yeah, and also some more news we got coming out is I don't know what they're gonna do. From what I'm hearing, they're only gonna keep the top 43. We have 60 cars registered, trucks, I should say. And actually, our defending series champion was not able to get into this race. So, I mean, that shouldn't be a big issue with Johnny. I mean, the dude came in halfway through the season last season, won a race early on, and just dominated the playoffs and got that championship fairly easy in the trucks. So, I don't think it can be too much of a deal for Johnny there.
Yeah, and the nice thing is for our drivers that, miss making the race, this is a throwback to when I was a kid where, in all forms of racing, whether it was, NASCAR or IndyCar or even short track racing, you showed up to the track and you didn't have a guarantee of making the show. You had to race your way in. But I think what we're going to do as an admin team is anybody that misses qualifying tonight will not go away empty-handed. They're going to get show up points tonight, which will more than likely be last place points on the grid. So it's not like these guys are going away with nothing, and then the people that were not able to make it into the race, we're going to sort something out for them as well. So we kind of somewhat keep it a level playing field here. This is the best problem in the world to have, which is having so many competitors that you can't put them all out onto the track. This is a great problem to have. It shows the overall growth of Relentless Racing League, and especially our beginner series with guys trying to get into this league and race.
Yeah, and I'll say this: I don't like. I'm all for qualifying your way in, but I don't really agree with it too much in the super speedway due to the fact there ain't no faster pairs in Relentless Racing League. So you're forcing guys who necessarily don't want to be middle of the pack to start in the middle of the pack. I think it's going to cause issues to start the race. I would not be surprised to see a really early caution by people who are forced to qualify starting 15th, 20th place trying to shuffle their way to the back. They don't want to be up front where all the mayhem's at.
Well, and again, this is not something that we could have in our wildest dreams ever imagined. I'll put my admin hat on here. This is not something in our wildest dreams that we would have ever thought that we would have had this type of an issue. Um, But again, it's a great issue to have where we've kind of got to make the best judgment calls that we can, and I think having 60 trucks out on track, suit our buddies over at Race Affinity do a thing called Super Saturdays where we do the super speedway races with 60 cars on track, and
Yeah, but they
it,
ain't
it,
got no damn rules. Just go.
as fun as those races are on a
It's
Saturday
pure
night to kick
mayhem.
back with the boys, it's pure mayhem. And their league stuff they take serious just like we do, but Super Saturdays is kind of a hang out with the boys and have fun. So we're gonna stay away from the Super Saturdays model for our opener of the truck series here and have the guys qualify their way in, and we'll come up with a game plan moving forward. But I'd love to see everybody be able to race, but I don't feel that it would put on the best product for our members, our viewers, our sponsors, and pretty much the entire admin team is in agreement with that. So you know top 43 are gonna get in here to make the show, and it'll be interesting to see who all makes it.
Yeah, and I was trying to watch as many people I could on their outlab. There's a way to qualify fast here at Daytona, and not a lot of people did it. In case people don't know, best way to qualify the super speedway and on to fix it up really any car is don't floor it on that apron. Just do 100 miles an hour, get on the backstretch. That's when you get on the gas. A lot of people make the mistake of flooring it, especially here in Dega. They put heat in their tires, and what the heat's doing is it's going to slow them down by a tenth and a half. And here, that is everything.
See, and I've never, believe it or not, I've always heard of that with open setup racing, but with fixed setup racing, I've never had an issue with,
That's
go
how I got
like
outside pole.
gangbusters on the out lap. Your first lap, you're running top, all the way around the track to get that momentum up, and then your second lap is your money lap. That's the way I've always done it. And granted, and this is probably why, because I'm just learning about this now. So thank you, Isaac. I'm gonna have to try this, but I've always been able to qualify near the front of the field doing it that way. But I'm gonna have to give it
So,
a shot now.
I mean, that's how I got outside pole. Um, but with open setups, you more so want to wait later, get on the gas because you have that qualifying tape on. So your car's gonna overheat quicker, and you know how your car gets less faster and get. I don't know how racing does
Less
it.
power.
Yes.
Yep.
So with a fixed setup, since there's no qualifying tape, you just want to keep as much heat out of the tires as possible on really that apron and your outlap. So once you get halfway down the backstretch, that's when you want to get on the gas and run hot. Not even up to the wall. You want to run that seam around here, Daytona, kind of center your car on that seam for your rest of your outlap, your first lap, and you want to use that banking in the apron to your advantage coming to the start finish line for your second lap, your fast lap, and that's how you get the quick laps.
Very interesting. See, I've been on sim for 10 years, over 10 years, and I just learned something new.
But I mean, and I guess another thing you can do is if you don't make the race, this is a perfect opportunity for you to see who out there you can race run, who out there you can't. Because you can't hold a line at Daytona or Daytona. Good luck holding line once you get to these tougher tracks. So, I mean, if I'm in here and I'm not one of the top 43s drivers, I think I'm still gonna stay in here and figure out who's a weapon, who isn't. But so right
Mm,
now, let's
Well, and I
go
was gonna say,
over who didn't
let's
make
take a
it.
exactly. Let's take a look. And 44th will be Adam Dow,
Oh, there it is. Got it.
Ryan Simone, unfortunately, Twig qualified 45th.
William
William
Cameron, our
Cameron.
our
Yep.
photographer, Jacob Arthur, Robert Boizo. Boizo, I don't know how to pronounce the last name.
Oh,
Denton,
Cece.
Neville, Bobby. You didn't make it either.
Nope, I didn't make it either. Spencer
Eli.
Isnell.
Not seeing a lot of big names other than Twig really not making it. I think
Well,
Twig.
didn't Justin F. Miller run with us?
Oh
And
yeah.
Leandro Bonini did not take time. Brian Marshall did not take time. So unfortunately, they will be going home. But the one that jumped out to me, they did make the show, but not the greatest Q lap in the world. One of our playoff drivers from last season, Joe Robert, qualified in 33rd. He came same thing with Brady Price in 40th. Dangerously close to not making it in. Jeremy Robbins just sneaked in with a 41st,
Yeah, and
but
going through the lineup, I gotta give a shout out to Kevin Biggs. Kevin Biggs returning. Haven't seen him in our league in a while. But he was over there causing mayhem and dominating the Xfinity Series when he was here. So he's back qualifying P4. There's your top 12 right now. No big
and big
news.
shout out to Christopher Melton of putting it on pole of a 60 car race your way in qualifying session with 52.637. So congratulations to him on the first pole of the season. There'll be an extra bonus point for him already. So he's already pulling out of the pits now. He's our points leader as of right now.
Yeah, and another thing I don't like about all these drivers not being in is my overlay I use is all weird now because I have every driver that was in the session and I got to figure out who's where.
Yeah, it's again like I said, this is I don't think this is a problem that any of us could have imagined that we would have had, but again, great problem to have.
I kind of want all 62. I was wanting to put my brand new motherboard and CPU to the test.
Why are there sparks flying out of my computer?
Well, I
And I
had to
will
have Jeremy fill in the last couple of races for me because I had a crappy motherboard I had to use. My other one took a dump on me, and so I knew it was that one. I could not broadcast. Everything I need for broadcasting just overloaded it too much, and since I had a pin bent, it wouldn't let me broadcast right. It would be blinking all over the place. So I was like, screw it, I'm gonna upgrade to a 99.
well, trust me, my computer's not liking the amount of cars we have right now because I saw 45 frames per second right there, but now we're back up to 120.
I wonder what I'm running
So,
right now. It's not gonna show. I'm at a solid 100.
hmm. Well, I will say this too. It's nice to be back in the broadcast booth with you there, Isaac. I always have fun broadcasting with you.
Yeah, Pacer's gonna pull off. We're gonna have 43 cars taking the green flag, or trucks, I should say. This is a truck series, not. Yeah, 43 trucks taking the green flag, and I predict early mayhem, but people trying to get shuffled to the back. They won't be up front. But Melton gonna lead us to green.
Now, what I'm going to be interested in is to see if we continue the trend of last night in the Xfinity Series race where you were a participant and had one of the most incredible saves I've ever seen in my life.
It was a
So,
half save because I still
it,
spun out, but it was the fact I didn't come up in traffic and just demolish everybody up there.
but did you die?
There was a moment I was saving it and I realized to go back up track. I'm like, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Well, but you have to admit that Xfinity race, everybody did a really good job until about 10 to go when, as Tony likes to say, it got real spicy.
Well,
It was very calm, very, organized, guys not taking unneeded chances. So I'm going to be interested to see with a 43 truck field here tonight if that trend continues or if we're going to get the mayhem early.
I will say this. I think the biggest reason why the Xfinity race, and really anytime Xfinity goes to the Super Speedways, they run a little bit cleaner than the rest of the series in Relentless or really any league. They overheat so damn quick. I could
Yeah.
only push for 2 laps and I'm already spiking. And then it took 5 to 6 laps for me to cool off the point I can push again. And with these trucks, you can stay linked up like the 99 to 78 are. You can do that for 5, 10 laps. No issues at all. So I think
Yes,
that's a
you can.
lot of the reason Xfinity races go a lot more smoother because you cannot push the living hell out of a guy in front of you for 20 laps.
Yeah, no, you have to be much more calculated in how you run the Xfinity cars. One of the reasons I love the Xfinity car so much is because you really have to use your head. and think about how you're going to plan out your moves. You can't just, like you said, balls to the wall here, and we're just going to send it as hard as we humanly can.
Yeah, and I don't know. Oh! I think someone was crashing in the back. I can't tell. I'm not seeing it on my screen. The 27 slow on track. Oh, yeah,
Joe
he has
Roberts asked for a
right side
caution.
damage. Let's go back and see what happened to the 27 here. He has a ton of right side. Oh, no! There was a guy spinning out. I can't quite tell who that was. The all-black truck right in front of 618. 618 demolishes the wall. 27 gets into the wall. No caution, though. And I'm not sure who that was that spun out. Was it Joe? Joe's towards the back.
I think Joe's wanting to stay out of that early mayhem that he thinks is going to happen, which I can't say is a bad choice.
Yeah, there's only two safe spots at a super speedway, if you ask me. Up front and in the back.
100%.
But yeah, I get frustrated when people say there's no skill at super speedways. It's like, you gotta know what you're doing. Like, if there's no skill, how the hell do I make my way from the back to the front twice in one race?
See, I'm split on that, right? Because I agree with you. It definitely is a skill aspect to super speedway racing, but I still feel that so much is out of your control at a super speedway. That luck aspect of super speedway racing far supersedes anything that you could do skill based.
Oh, don't get me wrong. There is a lot more luck involved at super speedways than any other track you can go to. But there's also that, like you said, that skill aspect. You gotta know how to manipulate the air. You gotta know how to side draft. You gotta know when you get a run, what to do with it. You gotta know when there's a wreck going on in front of you, where to go. There was a wreck that happened 3 lanes in front of me last night, and I just knew where to go because I saw them all wrecking, found the gap, and shot it. I was trying to get my teammate Joey to follow me, but he couldn't go no lower. He would have hit me.
Yeah, and that there was a lot of that last night when we came down to about 10 to go, where guys were having to, like you said, you couldn't go any lower. Well, we got down to 10 to go, and guys were like, well, doesn't matter if I can't go any lower, I gotta go now.
Well, while we got this green flag run going, let's go ahead and show off one of the new features that I brought in to this series this season. And let's go on board here with one of the Ancient World Gaming drivers, is 77 of Robert Lapierre. Am I saying that right? I think I am.
Unfortunately, Isaac, I have to excuse myself from the broadcast real quick. I have daddy duties to attend to,
All good, man.
so I will be back in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, but so while he's off doing daddy duties, one of the things I brought in the league this year is something NASCAR does. They have a Coca-Cola. They have the Coca-Cola drivers carrying the camera. So what we're doing this season in Cup and Trucks is the Ancient World Gaming drivers. They're going to have this board that you see right now, and then throughout the season, not tonight for the Truck Series. I'm still trying to learn teams and all that stuff. But later on throughout the season, I'm going to pick 2 different teams, a random driver of those teams, and they're going to have our Relentless camera for the race. And then, of course, all season long, the Ancient World Gaming drivers, they'll have the Ancient World Gaming camera. So we're right on board here with Lapierre for a couple laps to see what he's seeing. Running back here. Where is he running? He's running back here in 19th. So midway through the pack and just see how difficult it is and how hard it is to see when you're driving in the middle of this pack. So as we're right on board here, you guys can get an idea on when you're racing here at Dega, especially behind someone, you cannot see anything in front of you. Now, granted, what you're seeing right now is where I sit in the truck. So his point of view might be different. He might be sitting up higher. He might sit sitting lower, he might be sitting further back. However, he feels comfortable. So from my field of view that I run, once you get down the backstretch, you see him peeking out there. I don't know if he's trying to get air, or if he's trying to see what's going on. Something I do a lot. If I'm running in the middle of the pack, I'll dip my nose to the left a little bit, see what's going on down the backstretch. So if there is a wreck, I can avoid it. But you can see how limited it is on what's going on in front of him. If I'm not mistaken, I think Lapierre is a returning driver. I'll have to ask Mr. Ricky that himself. Not Ricky. Keep calling Ricky Bobby. Bobby Rafferty. Yeah, man, it is draft skills. So right now you are on board with the only Ancient World Gaming driver in the Truck Series, in ARCA Series, Mr. Robert Lapierre. I believe I am saying that right. You're right on board with him. And what you're seeing is where my field of view is. He's a 22. Joey Barr coming down, causing a checkup right there. Good job, Robert. Checking up in time. I should probably do this while I'm on board. Give me a second. Nope, never mind. That don't work. I'll fix that for the cup race, you guys. I'm really surprised these guys are this long in the race. No caution as of yet. And I think everyone's starting to move down. Possibly. Oh, when I say that car gets turned up in the high line. I don't know who the heck that was. No caution, though, surprisingly. That might have been the 45, 42 maybe? Not showing up on SDK anybody crashed. We're just having to look for damage on their car. No, was it the 24 maybe? 24 coming down pit lane. A lot of heavy damage on that truck. Let's rewind here and see what happened here to 24. I saw a truck get sideways in turn 1 and 2. And it was the 24, the 42 of... I can't even say that dude's name. Preedy going 3 wide here. So many trucks. And just barely gets into that left rear or right rear quarter panel there. Sends the 24 into the wall, and both of them get slowed down because of it. We go back to live racing. I really even focus on the leaders too much. It's 55. No, not the 55. My apologies. This is what happens when you have so many trucks on the field. Chris Melton's still leading the way. It is foggy out today.
And I'm back. Did I miss anything fun and exciting?
42 clipped the right rear of the 24, sent him in the wall. Other than that, everyone started single filed out. I think pit cycles are coming up here pretty soon. No way. Actually, no way. What am I thinking? 13 to 50? These guys can go, I think, 20 on fuel, if I'm not mistaken. 65% fuel. I want to say 20.
Gotta be close.
I know 50% is 14. Yeah, so about 19 to 20 laps on fuel. Unless you're melting, you're burning about, on a fuel one, you're about a lap and a half shorter than everybody else. Really bigs too. I think the first guy that can actually go an extra lap and a half would be the 25 at Hinton. He's been sitting there really all race long in that P3.
So, what you gonna say? We've got that one big pack up here from 22nd, and we have another small pack here from 23rd to 27th, and then way back we have, and I'm not sure why they're showing up in the 40s here. iRacing's lying to me, ladies and gentlemen. 41st, 40th, and 39th are together way back. So have multiple different packs, and the other pack actually here is from 28th back to 38th, 39th. So multiple different packs here. It's going to be interesting to see. I think those guys that are way back there. So I'm going to say probably from about the 28th back are going to be begging for a caution here. Because if not, I don't think those smaller packs, especially with the lead pack being single file, are going to be able to catch up.
Yeah,
They're
everybody
going
that
to
lead
need
pack
some
single
help.
file too. There's not a
Yeah,
single truck too wide.
they're those guys further back are definitely going to need some help. Even our second pack back here, starting with 23rd place. So Kevin Steen, Tom Wizza, Jeff Neely, Justin May, Peter Dillon. They're I can't see them making up the time to that lead pack.
Yeah, and I'm this is another thing that kind of sucks about having so many people. I'm trying to see what the lap times are. Leaders are running a 49.2. Trying to see what this leader of the second pack is running, the 33 of Kevin Stein. So last time by, he did a 50.8. So they are definitely losing about a second and a half a lap.
And this second pack definitely needs to get a little bit better organized. I'm not going to say a ton, but definitely a little bit better organized. I still don't think it's going to make a huge difference, but at this point, any type of positive that you can get, you need to try to take.
Well, what's really hurting the second pack is Tom really isn't pushing Kevin at all.
Exactly.
If I'm Kevin, I'm getting on that mic like, yo, dude, you gotta push me. Because I don't know what if the trucks are like next gen and Xfinity, but these smaller packs, if you have the right group of people, you will actually go faster than the bigger pack. Especially the bigger
That
pack single filed out, and there's always checkups here and there. If you can link up, that second pack can go a little bit quicker.
See, and that I'm not too sure about because I don't have a ton of experience in the trucks, but I know definitely in the at least in the next gen, a pack of 3 to 4 trucks will absolutely decimate a pack of 20 something very easily if you can get lined up and pushed the right way.
Oh yeah, I did plenty of Daytona 500s, both fixed and open, and there was a couple times I was in a smaller pack and we were catching the field a second half a lap just because we had less cars, which is weird because usually in when I first started iRacing, the bigger pack was always faster. I guess, and it's like that in real NASCAR too. I think it's for some reason the smaller pack just goes quicker.
As for the Daytona 500 this year and all the other past years that I've done it, I don't want to talk about it. I had a bad experience. But just hearing out here, we're going to have quite a few from our lead pack coming into pit this time, including our leader. And here they go. So it'll be interesting to see who all stays out, who all goes in.
Don't speed. Don't pull on
Yep.
me.
I'm going to be checking here for black flags.
Don't go 85 at the line. That was like Mario Andretti out there. And another big thing here is you do not want to miss your pit box here. Don't overshoot it
Oh.
because I mean, let me rephrase that. If you're like one of the first 5 trucks, you can afford overshoot it. But if you're toward the back of the pack pitting and you overshoot your box, you're gonna lose the draft.
Yes, you are. And you gotta have friends. You have absolutely gotta have friends. So I believe the rest of that first pack. Yep, and here they go in
Oh, there's a
big
wreck.
wreck. And
Oh, and
they're
he
still
collects somebody
wrecking.
else. That might bring out the yellow. Not sure all what happened there. Let's go on board here with Gary because I think Gary was towards the back of this pack. Let's follow him in a far chase cam. See who all is involved in this. So I saw the 5 going around. 38 going around, 9 going around. No yellow though. Oh, and who was that? They just missed their box. Who was right in front of Gary?
And the big, I hate to say it, the big losers out of this are the two exiled Ancient World gaming trucks, because with that wreck, it forced those guys to kind of abort their pit stop, and they ended up staying out, and they are completely separated as well. So between the checkup and them now having to come back in again this lap, that's going to put them way, way behind the eight ball.
Yeah, and another thing is now that everyone's came to pit lane, the odds of a yellow are slim to none.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, the 50 lap race, we're not even halfway done yet. I still have a feeling that we're gonna see quite a few cautions
I don't know.
towards the end of this.
I knew you guys had two out here. I was only told you guys had one driver out here for Ancient World Gaming.
Well, one is contracted, which would be
LaPierre.
LaPierre, and
LaPierre.
then David Farnan, who is on loan from our buddies over at HCM and EPI, another one of the exiled sponsors. He's over here running with us because he wanted to come and play on the pavement and, do something different than running on the dirt. So, we're partners with EPI and HCM, and told him 100% David's got a home with us.
I don't know. You Exile guys got a thing of turning some dirt racers into oval racers.
Yeah, well, I can kind of blame myself for that one, because I like running everything from dirt road, dirt oval, pavement, road course. It don't matter to me. If it's got four tires on the steering wheel, I'll go out there and drive the piss out of it.
And now we got a decent breakaway. We got an 8-car breakaway. Kevin Biggs leading it, and Gary Sack actually is able to attach onto them. So your top 7 all lined up nose to tail. I think they got a lap car in there with them.
But what's going to be interesting to see is how many trucks actually went a lap down through that cycle, and
Uh,
who's going to be battling for that lucky dog position. I think it's going to take about a lap or two to sort its way out, but
mm, so top 29, 28 are on the lead lap now. As they just put the 84 of, I think 84 is Mike. Yeah, 84 is Mike. Preston is, what is Preston? I know he's racing.
on iRacing itself, I am still showing the top 35 as still on the lead lap. And
Oh, there's so.
speaking of that ancient world gaming driver, Bobby LaPierre, actually looks like he didn't lose too much. Looks like he is running in the 15th position as of right now. And let's see here. Where is Mr. Farnham? Is in 31st position. So David, unfortunately, was the big loser out of those two. And he is out there he is singing all by myself.
Yeah, up here, he was actually lucky enough to get linked up with his second group when we get to the halfway mark, 25 to go. And this second group is actually losing time to the first. But I think they're split up into 3 groups in the top 20. You got that big group in the top 7, and then you got another 4 or 5 linked up, and then you got another big group back here with the 77. Where are these guys going next week? Are we actually following the schedule all 4 series? We're going to Texas too.
Let's see
Keep
here.
that
Let me
damn
take
track.
a look.
Tear it down. Tear that track down.
No, tear
Tear.
Bristol and Dover down.
What? What? Did you
You
not
heard
watch
me.
the race?
Texas. We are going to Texas in the Truck Series.
Oh, I hate that damn track.
Next couple races started here at Daytona, then Texas, Vegas, North Wilkesboro, and then Watkins Glen.
I hate Texas.
Don't mind it. Texas is definitely a driver's track because the two corners are so different from each other.
Tear it down.
So with that being said, with pit cycles, we saw most people come down at about lap 19. So we're definitely looking at a two-stop race here. So
Yeah.
I think a lot. If that first round of pit stops was a tell, I think we're gonna have we're gonna have some more calamity. But Kevin Biggs, we spoke about him at the top of the broadcast, out front, leading this lead pack here.
Starting to get too wide back here. Preston Hornbeck, he's linked up with the 42. No, that's not, who the heck is that behind Preston? Or not Preston, Mike.
Well,
49.
and Mike is actually a lap down right now in 35th.
And Preston is 2. That's
Yeah,
Preston's
39.
49. Okay. So those two are trying to work together, probably trying to get a lap back the hard way. And if I'm someone who's rear two packs, I'm saying fight harder. God's man, please. We need it.
So here's the question between the father and son duo here. If you're the dad, do you let your son get that lucky dog spot, or
Preston's 2 down. Mike's 1.
Okay, so that solves that issue real quick.
Although
Preston just better keep pushing his dad.
if I'm Mike, I'm trying to swap. I think Mike has a little bit more experience and is able to push a little bit. Actually, no, they can't swap. I just realized Preston has some damage on that right front, and even though it's not a lot, we'll take a closer look at it here. Even if it's not a lot of damage on that 49, that can slow a rundown on the outside line a ton. It don't take a lot for
Absolutely.
Arrow to get messed up here in really in any stock car.
But if you're smart about it, you can mitigate it a little bit by making sure you keep that right front tucked. If I'm Preston in this situation, I'm keeping the car a little bit to the left of Mike's bumper, but you're playing a dangerous game there because if you hit the wrong way, it's lights out.
Yeah, and they actually were able to get around the leaders here with help from the 99 of Brandon, but now he's all by himself on that high line, going to get shuffled all the way to the back of this front pack. And that might not necessarily be a bad thing, because if you're back there, you're burning less fuel, the less fuel you got to take for that final stop.
And I'll tell you right now, Mike is screaming at the top of his lungs, "Somebody wreck! Caution!"
Yeah, I mean, when did they last hit? Oh, don't show me.
About 1920, most people pit. I think the latest pit stop we saw was about lap 21.
Yeah, because if you're pressed, you really can't risk staying out. Actually, I think you could. If you're pressed and a caution does fly, you can stay out because you don't go a lap down. I mean, shoot, I had a 40-second hold. I didn't go a lap down. If you don't go a lap down, pitting here. So if I'm pressing and you get that yellow, I'm staying out, getting that wave around, and hoping for an early yellow. Really, if I'm anybody a lap down that's not the lucky dog, I'm staying out.
Absolutely. It's almost your only chance.
Oh, someone blinked. The 199 is in pit lane. That's either exile guy. Wonder
Yep,
if
that's
something
David
happened to
Farnan.
him. Or did he just come to pit lane early?
I think possibly he came to pit lane early.
He has some front end damage. I don't know what from. Him and Jeremy both came in. Huh. Interesting call there.
I'm going back to take a look at it here.
Because he has some front end damage on that truck. Oh, no, he doesn't. Maybe it's just a paint scheme he has. That looked like it.
No, he definitely has some damage on there.
Okay, well, it's not showing up on my
The
screen
hood,
anymore.
yeah, the hood is definitely knocked up, but yeah, it looks like him and Jeremy both came down pit road early.
Well, go ahead and go do a commercial break real quick. Before we start green flag stops here in about 5 laps, we'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back once again. What is it? Sim Rap.
Rap Market.
Sim Rap. It's so weird because you never put the three words together. But yeah, Sim Rap Market. Go ahead and give them a check out. Like Bobby said, they do got a discount code RRL Truck Series, 10% off your purchase. I've used them already. Used them once. And unfortunately, I used them before I realized they were a partner. I was so mad. I was like, man, I could save some money. But if you are looking to paint your own cars and you're tired of paying someone $20, give them a check out. They have so many different paint schemes out there you can choose from. And if I'm not mistaken, they actually have different paint styles, like rust or something like that, from what I heard from
Yeah,
Davey.
they have all different types of stuff from iridescent to metallic to different designs, smart templates, picture packs, camera packs. It's almost limitless to the stuff that Cameron Colby and Seven Rat Market offer up to the iRacing community as a whole. So, and they're a huge supporter of not just RRL but multiple leagues across the sim, and have been around for. I've been on sim for since 2010, and I can remember them for as far back as I've been around. So definitely an OG in the sim racing community, and definitely a company we're very, very proud to be partnered with.
Yeah, while we were talking about that, Bradley Brandon, that is the absolute dang tongue twister. Out there using a lap car to try to get ahead. Oh, actually, no, he is ahead of Kevin Bacon now, but he's trying to get ahead of this pack. And he's not doing a hurry because I think he only has a couple laps left on fuel. There's a spot open in Biggs. He takes it. He does. But Bradley Brandon going to slide up in front of Kevin Biggs. And Kevin Bradley coming to pit lane. Milton, Hinton, they're all coming in. The 04 of Parker's coming in. Actually, I think the whole front pack came in except for Gary. Nope, Gary
Yep.
came in.
It looks like it. It looks like that top, I think it was top 7
Top 13. Second
came
pack came in
in.
too.
Ah, there you go.
See what the 51 does here this time by. This second group, big group of trucks, I should say, they're choosing to stay out another lap. And actually, at one point, I think they
Oh.
swapped because Stein was leading it, and they
It looks
swapped at some
like
point.
Hinton missed his pit box, slid through, and then backed up, and then had to back up and reposition again, I think too far left, so that's going to hurt him severely.
And you know what? We were talking about it during the break. I think the one guy this helps out is the 56 at Biggs. We realized while we were watching we were at commercial, we realized Hinton and Melton were teammates, and that was going to be a big factor for Biggs really trying to hold them both off. Well, now they're separated. So now you got a pack of 5 cars. No, 6.
Six?
6. Biggs, Brandon, Parkhurst, Gary. Who's behind Gary? I'll learn numbers as we go on. The 55.
Unfortunately, Big Zo got such a great pit exit that it kind of left him out there hanging, and now this entire front pack is just going to go sailing right on by him. So now, unfortunately for Kevin, he's going to have some work to do here because he is now slotted back in that 5th position.
Yeah, and the one thing that's hurting Kevin here is he's been leading really this whole race, so he hasn't really found a dance partner yet. So he has 11 laps to figure it out. Who can I work with? Who can I push? Who knows what to do with the air here? And if I'm Kevin, I think you got to stick with Milton here.
I think you're 100% right. I would say that's definitely a good move for him.
And I'm gonna only say Milton because he's the only guy that is a returning driver up in the front pack. Parkhurst, Brandon, they're new. Gary Sachs returning, but Gary can get a little scary at times.
Gary is, and I love Gary to death, but at super
Yeah.
speedways, man, Gary is records or checkers at super speedways, and God, I love him for it.
But he's done what he needs to do. Has done really good here all race long, getting on and off pit lane, and he has set himself up to be in position for a win. 10 coming to 9 to go this time by 6 truck breakaway, and then he got 4 trucks linked up in that second pack. Hinton, I know he had some difficulty coming to pit lane, but he fortunately did not lose a ton of time. Was able to get linked up with his second group of trucks. It's Hinton, Cannon, Ricketts, and Morissette back here in the second group. And unfortunately, that second group, 9 to go. It don't matter how much you push, they're not making up 12 seconds. Oh!
There it is.
There it is. I didn't say yellow.
You didn't,
Oh,
none of us
Bobby.
said yellow.
No. Robert
no, don't tell me.
Lapierre involved in this. Let's go to the right dang camera, Isaac. There we go. This is I think this is the
back.
third group running side by side. 51 looks like he just got a bad bump by the 42, and that's the second time the 42 has bumped someone. Oh my net code! Holy cow!
Yeah, 33 got about.
Oh no, it didn't. No, it didn't. Never mind. That wasn't net code. He got clipped just ever so slightly, and that's all it really takes here at Daytona. Just that small bump right there.
Small bump right there, and it sent the 33 down and nowhere for Bobby to go there.
That's a tough break.
Well, I can't be too upset. It's a disappointing night as a team owner for me in the truck series, with Johnny not even being able to get in, and both of the other trucks having a bad night. But I can't be too upset considering we won Xfinity yesterday and came third with the other car. So I hope we get the bad luck out of the way tonight, and I at least finish tomorrow night in the Cup
51.
Series.
There's so many dang trucks. This is annoying. I will not lie. Oh, they're blinking out because there's so many trucks.
Yep. So a lot of guys are going to be taking the wave around here.
There's no way in hell the leaders pit. They should be good on fuel.
Should be good on fuel, but I think where the pace car came out, it's going to allow a lot of guys to go back around.
Well, yeah, anybody that was in front of the leader when that caution came out, it don't matter if they were a nose in front of the leader, as long as their truck was in front of the leader when that caution came out, they can basically drive all the way around to catch the field. So it's not a wave around; they're just getting back to the field where they would have been scored at.
Yep. Be interested to see how many trucks in the lead lap. I'm gonna say we're probably gonna have 35, 36 trucks in the lead lap. Is gonna be my guess.
I will find out. I don't. Is Lapeer in our Discord or is he in yours? He's
He
in
is
ours.
in ours. Yep.
Let's go ahead and pull him up and hopefully he's not too heated about that. Actually, you want to go down and let him know he's about to get pulled up in case he's over there ranting around.
Yeah. Let me head down there real quick.
All right. So we'll pull Lapeer up once Bobby gets back. Make sure he's not down there cussing up a storm because I know if that was me, I would be pretty ticked off.
All right, he's good to come up.
All
So
right.
let me pull
I've
him
got
on
him.
up, and we
Hey,
can also would like to ask him now that Bobby has joined us to give us a little background on one of his personal sponsors here, Second Chance Toys, actually becoming the race sponsor for the entire season within the
Yeah,
Truck Series.
oh,
yeah,
you gotta give me their logo there so I can use it.
yeah, for sure. I wish I had put on a better showing for them today. I got 32 minutes of required, so I am done Zarino. Um,
Yeah, man. It looked you were running good up there. You made a really smart call. I know it ended up kind of screwing you in the end, but you made a smart call at the time, staying out when they started wrecking on pit lane. So, what was going through your head there? Like, at what point did you just like, oh crap, I gotta stay to the right?
well, the first thing that actually went through my head is please don't let anybody else hit me. Please don't let anyone be coming up my right side because I just yanked it right and prayed to God that there was no one coming up on the right. Um, I didn't know if it was going to be a caution, but I knew I had a better chance of pitting when there wasn't a truck turned at a 90-degree angle to the pit entry. So I decided, you know what? Even if it screws me, at least I have a truck that's intact for the end.
Well, man, not the showing you wanted. Unfortunately, there's no way in heck you're getting 32 minutes done in 6 laps. But not
Not
the
with that
showing.
attitude.
You better tell that picker to hurry up. But unfortunately, not showing you want. You made the show, fortunately, but unfortunately, you're gonna end up towards the bottom of the pack. Going on to next week at Texas. What's your thoughts going there? Me personally, hate the track, tear it down. What's your feeling on that track?
About the same. It doesn't matter kind of what race is on it. The racing has not been great the past several years, but I mean, even with the trucks, they're all momentum based. So really, the biggest thing is as long as I can get a good lap on qualifying and kind of keep track position, I feel like we'd have a good shot at it. It just comes down to the driver and what he can do in qualifying.
All right, man. We'll let you get out of here. We got one to go. Good luck next week at
Real,
Texas, and I'll
real
get that. Okay, go ahead, Bobby.
Real quick though, Isaac, I just if in a few words, Bobby, if you could just explain to us what Second Chance Toys is.
Yeah, for sure. So Second Chance Toys is a small business that started with David and Chance, father and son, who love collecting, collectibles and stuff, and they decided to kind of turn it into a business. So now they sell toys from 80s, 90s, early 2000s, pretty much everything you can think of. They have in this store, and they sell them at a really good price. They also sell them through eBay. So look them up, Second Chance Toys on eBay. A lot of the sales come from that as well. So if you're a collector, I definitely recommend looking them up. I've spent way more money than I probably should over there, but I definitely have some new pieces to the collection.
All right,
All right,
man.
well, we're gonna let you head back down. We'll probably get you back up in the booth before the green flag drops at Texas, which green flag is now out. Let's see here.
Good luck next
Bradley
week.
Brandon back out front with a little bit of a jump. We'll see that bottom line is not exactly lined up very well right now. So,
Ooh,
and you see
13.
the
Really aggressive move going down low.
yeah, you see the result there though. of the line not being lined up, but then with the 13 with that aggressive move, kind of stalled that top line out. We're almost even headed down the backstretch.
So yeah, I'm looking at the board now. Um, I'm trying to figure out who's gonna be that first guy to try that third line. It's there at Melton. Oh, and he's
There
gonna
we go.
turn him. The 04 getting spun off the nose of Melton, and there's a big one here at Daytona. A lot of people involved. I was about to say, who's going to try that third line? I saw that brewing about 20 seconds before it happened. You saw Melton try to shoot the middle. I don't know if he was lifting. Unfortunately, we can't see his telemetries. I really wish iRacing would include that just for broadcasting.
Absolutely.
But we're not NASCAR. We don't get to see his telemetries. So I saw that, because that started actually at the start, the entry of that corner. Where are they? Turn 3?
Turn 3, yep.
Yeah, that started at the entry to turn 3. See Milton. I hate to say it, I think I gotta put that on Milton. I mean, the hole was there, but I mean, he was so hesitant to take it. By the time he took it, the 04 of Parker's was starting to move back down. Gary got the luckiest net code I've ever seen. Oh my gosh. Biggs got lucky getting through the 13 cannon involved. The 96, did he make it through this? Oh, a little bit of contact with the wall. The 43 made it through. We'll have to go on board with him. And they're just dying behind him.
All I'm going to say is look at who is running in P2. Gary Sack always is able to put himself in the right spot at the right time at these super speedway races.
Ooh. Well, I mean, the netcode netcode was, holy cow, was it in his favor. I can't say that because on the last lap last night, I think it was Van Western in front of me. Van Western been blinking here and there throughout the race, and he spun out somehow. I don't know how. I have yet to figure it out. But somehow he spun out, and I kid you not, he went through my car.
Yep,
I drove right through him.
I remember seeing that and just sitting there with my mouth hanging open.
And then the second wreck I was involved in on that same lap, he came up in front of me. I'm just gonna hold it, dude. You get off my nose. I think I actually turned towards his rear bumper to get him off my nose. Like, you need to move. I'm trying to go. I didn't wreck him. He was already wrecking. I was like, dude, get off my car. I need to go. But yeah,
Gotta love Daytona as the opener,
I
man.
don't even think Gary has a scratch on his dang car or truck.
Like I
There's
said,
no
Gary
shot.
Gary always figures out a way, man, to keep his truck clean and be there at the end. Now,
Well,
we were talking about fireworks earlier. Now we're gonna see some fireworks.
the plus side is he's not a Cowboys fan, so he's not going to choke this. Hopefully.
I'm staying out of the football conversations. I'm a Jets fan. I don't know nothing.
Yeah. I'll be honest though. How much damage does Melton have? I don't think he has a lot. I haven't raced on a Super Speedway with Gary in a while. I just know last time I did, he wasn't really the best when it comes to taking pushes. So it's gonna be interesting. If he can take a push and he's figured it out, then I think the outside line has a shot. We're coming to our first green light checkered attempt. But I don't know, because also I know Biggs, and Biggs is like me. Biggs is someone you want behind you coming to the closing laps. So it should be interesting here. I think it's gonna come down to who gets which two out of those four get the best restart.
Now, we should be coming, to our first of 2 attempts at a green white checker.
Oh, 3.
When I say first of 2, I don't think that we're gonna finish it on the first one. But
Oh, here's a crazy thing. I didn't realize this. Look who's two trucks behind Milton on the outside line. I see them jump into the high line early, try to get that third line going.
100%.
2 teammates. If you jump early enough and you coordinate enough, you can slow down that outside line to a point to where you become the new outside line. Because if he pulls out right and he plans to run right with the fit 25, They're going to leave Gary hanging. It's going to take time for that 55 to gain. And it could open up the door for Melton and Hinton to take the lead here. But you got to coordinate it perfectly. It's going to come down to if they do this, the 25 is he is going to have to get to the run. And then the 78 is going to have to jump out in time to go with them on that run.
Going to be interesting to see how this plays out. That is for sure.
I'll say this, you Cup guys, you got some work to do. You got 2 banger races before you. I mean, you can't let the lower series show you all up tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Well, again, I had a bad experience. All last season was I had a bad experience, so I'm just hoping to finish.
But pace truck's gonna pull, or pace car. Well, it was a truck last night, which is weird. Pace car's gonna pull off, and Bradley Brandon's gonna lead the green with Kevin Biggs behind him. Outside lines be Gary Sack and Chris Melton lined up nose to tail. I think if you're anywhere outside the top 4 rows, I don't think you got a shot here. You just gotta try to hope for a good finish.
You gotta hope for a good finish or hope for a caution that you're not involved in to move you out.
Whoa, wrong one. And you see there, Kevin Biggs already linked up with the 99. Biggs gonna stay with him. Melton chopping the nose off a cannon. Wow. That was one of those moments you're clear by a centimeter, and he took it. Now what they do, here comes Kevin Biggs. We look into the outside. Bradley Brandon with no help on the inside line as of now. As they're 3 wide, a little bit further back. I think they're 4 wide. No, they're 3 wide. 43 in the middle. Biggs to the lead. Kevin Biggs gonna have to hold off 3 lines of traffic. Gary Sack all by himself on that outside line. No help. Hinton jumping up. Will he help out Gary? He would not.
We made it to the white flag.
We're gonna take
Next flag ends it.
the white flag. Holy cow, they are 3 wide, like 4 rows deep. Ricketts had not called his name out in the top 10. Here he's going through the middle. Oh, and he's gonna get turned. Gary Sack gets turned. Ricketts turned. It's the big one. Oh, the whole field turns. The 43 makes it through. Wow. But unfortunately, I think he has too much of a gap.
Yep.
I think Poland's going to get him here. Poland and Ball are going to swing to his outside. Poland to the lead. He has not led or been anywhere near the top 10 this whole race. Here he is on the final lap. Poland's going to win this race.
Going to make a move.
I don't think he can. He has no help.
I think he can.
Poland's going to win the 40.
Who's
Who's going to get second? Oh my lord. The whole field freaking crashed.
What a
Oh
race.
my god. Okay, we got to go back.
Yeah.
We got to pause it here. We are going to ride on board with the 43 because how the heck he made it through this, I have no idea. Wow. Never in my life have I seen that. Never. That was like remnants of 2021 Daytona second race. Oh, he actually caused that too, I think. I think he caused that. No, did he? Yeah, he did. Gave Cannon just a little too much of a bump. Sent them into Melton. And Rex at Super Speedways, they moved forward. Biggs was nowhere near any of that, and he just got clipped because everyone just kept wrecking into him. And the 43 just makes it through. Now, I want to see how the 54 made it through the big one. Because he was... Wow.
That ain't an iRacing top 10 moment. I don't know what is, ladies and gentlemen. Wow.
Wow. And what were we saying on that restart? We're saying they have to wreck in front of you. Poland, when we came to the white flag, he was the 5th car on the inside line. He was just barely out, I think, outside the top 10. And they all just wreck. I gotta get a blimp view of this. That was crazy. Everybody wrecks. Wait, how did the 38 make it through? Watch the 38. White car in the middle. Bounce off another truck. Oh my god. That was absolutely
Wow, wow,
insane.
wow.
Wow. Man, that hurt the 43 because there was such a big gap between him and the 58 or 54.
He was
He
dead at that point.
Yeah, like there was no hope. Luckily, I think he came with P3. Yeah, he got third by just a nose. Well, let's actually pulled out our race winner, Mister. I don't know how to say your name. I don't know if it's
Incredible.
Guame. Hello.
Yes,
Hey man, what is going on? What a crazy race and crazy ending, I should say, man.
yes.
You,
Finish.
I don't think you were inside the top 10. They just wrecked in
No,
front of you. The seas parted, and you went through, got a run on the 43, man. What were you thinking coming to that final green flag? Because you're thinking, okay, I ain't got no shot. I'm just going to try to get a good finish. What were you thinking
I,
when you saw the mayhem ensue?
I was 14 when the last
14th.
green flag.
14th on the white
Yeah,
flag. Oh, wow.
and I don't know how, but I passed between everyone breaking with a lot of rhythm with the last guy that left. So a big push in the back and just finished first. Happy, really happy.
Yeah, man, you get that win out of the way. You get yourself locked into the playoffs with that win. You don't got to
Yeah,
stress out the rest of the season about points. You can go run different strategies, try different stuff. Maybe get yourself another win or two, but the stress of making the playoffs, it's over. You know you're in now. So, what a race. What a finish. Man, I got to give you mad props.
yes.
That was some
I,
insane wreck avoidance.
I was not expecting that before because the beginning of the race was green stuff and just going on and made a big mistake in the first pit stop, so start a little bit backwards. So oh, really happy to finish there.
Yeah, 'cause I don't even think you were really in the top 10 or top 15 really that whole race, and out of nowhere, here comes the 54 flying through the carnage, has a run on the 43, and man, I'm
Yeah, the
surprised the
rocket
38
in the
didn't make a
middle of
move on
everyone.
you. Oh, wow. That was probably one of the most chaotic finishes I've ever seen. Well, man, now's a chance for shout outs if you got any.
Yeah, thanks to the All Track Challenge, uh, and thanks to Vincent Vachon who spot me tonight. It was a big help, and thanks to William Cameron and Matt Morissette, were on the same team. So thank you guys.
Oh, man, once again, congrats on that win. I think you led one lap, and it was the only lap that mattered. So, congrats, and good luck next week at Texas.
Yeah,
Hopefully see you back up here. I think you were one of the faster guys last season. I might be wrong on that. But you
we will
got
try.
but you going to Texas next week. Good luck, man.
Thank you.
Alright, next let's pull down our second place finisher, the 38 of Michael Ball. Man, you were another guy to just kind of squeeze through that wreck out of nowhere. Two big wrecks right in front of you, squeeze it through. I gotta ask you though, you didn't even try to make a move on a 38. Did you just know you didn't have anything for him?
I had damage in the front, and so if I would have pulled out, it wouldn't have worked anyway. So I was perfectly fine with just pushing him to the win.
You still gotta try it though.
Hey, I was like, I was gonna try it, but I felt like my truck wouldn't suck up to his rear bumper, so that's why I didn't try it.
Well, man, you get P2. I think you were just inside the top 10 when the mayhem happened. No, actually, you were behind it because you were behind the 54. So I think you were outside the top 15, and here you come flying through the wreck. I think you got doored on the right side a little bit, but linked up with the 54. You guys got a hell of a run on the 43, and next thing you know, you guys go from outside the top 10 to P1 and 2.
I was going into turns 1 and 2. I was on the outside 3 wide, and I was like, you know what? If they wreck, I'm just gonna full throttle it. I really don't care what happens. And then they wrecked, and I was like, oh crap. went down to the middle, and I missed the wreck, and then they wrecked again in front of me. I was like, oh my goodness. Then after that, I seen that there was two names in front of me, and I was like, am I really in third? And then I seen the dude in front of me was in second. I was like, all right, I'll just push him. We got around the leader, and I was trying to just stay on him so I could make a move and get around him if I could, but I figured I had too much damage, and I had a hard time sucking up to him, like I said. So, but yeah, excited to be here.
Well, man, congrats on that P2 really out of nowhere. But good luck next week at Texas, and then now's a chance for shoutouts.
I'd like to thank Joe Ibarra and SRR Racing for having me on again this year. And it sucks that he got in that wreck because we were trying to work together most of this race. And um, the first round of pit stops, a lot of confusion happened. And yeah, well, we'll get him next week in Texas. So thank you for having me.
No problem, man. Good luck next week.
Thank you.
Well, I don't see P3, but P3 is the 43 of Gordon Spain. But I mean, Bobby, we talked about it earlier in the race. We were talking about luck and skill. That was luck. that
what I'm
was
saying.
luck.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what it comes down to at these plate races. The way I look at it is it takes skill to get you up there, and then it takes luck for you to finish there.
And I just saw this in Discord, and I'm kind of amazed. I want to... We're going to go back again. Brady went from P40 to P5.
Wild.
What? I gotta watch his lap. That is absolutely insane. From P40 to P5. Was he P40 on that There's no way he's P40 on that restart. No, he wasn't. Brady, you fooled me, dang it. I thought you're P40 on the restart. You weren't. I know Brady just held that wide open. Oh no, he gets into the 8. that was wild. Man. Well, man, that was you guys got some work to do tomorrow night. I will say that.
Yeah.
You have two really good races back to back to start the season off for Bull Series. You guys got your work cut out for you. It's like you guys are supposed to be the main event, and I don't know how you guys surpass these last two races, man, because it has been an absolute. I can't even say mayhem because it really wasn't. Our race and this race, I think, both had 2 cautions a cause. No, this race had 3, I think. 2 or 3, which is really phenomenal compared to how we started last truck season. So, we had a full field, 43 trucks, 2 or 3 cautions, and it's like, how are you going to outdo that? I don't know.
Well, and I think the admin team definitely is going to be sitting down and going over everything this week, because to have this type of a turnout, we have 43 trucks take the green flag, 60 in the session, and multiple others that weren't even able to get into the session. So now the admin team is going to end up having to get creative, and
Just put all 60 out there. Let them race.
Yeah, well, but that still doesn't solve the problem of, the other ones that weren't even able to get in. So we'll go to work as an admin team and come up with a creative solution here, as I would like to say, on how to rectify this. But
I
great,
mean,
great problems to have. Great problems to
I'll
have.
throw one out there.
Seriously.
We're still live. I'll throw one out there. I think you guys will start a poll and split this group of drivers up in ARC and truck. Like, you got to pick one series. Like we did when we first started the truck series. You had to pick one to run. You know?
Yeah,
That's probably the best solution to it. Because, I mean, 60 people registered and there were still people that could not even get in. So that right there is 2 30-car fields for 2 series.
Yeah, I personally don't disagree with you, but regardless, I can honestly say this, and I'm not just saying it because I am part of the admin team. I think even Isaac will admit to this. We will really go over this and we'll come up with what we feel is going to be the best solution to benefit the league as a whole. So,
Take them all to
but like,
Martinsville.
take them all to Martinsville. Come on, boys.
Demolition Derby damage off. See who wins.
Yep, death match, top 43 from the death match make it.
Well,
But
guys.
no, all kidding aside, I like I said, Isaac will even agree with me on this. The admin team will go to work and will come up with something that'll benefit everybody in the league because not how many leagues out there have this type of an issue. You know what I mean? This is such a great issue to have, and we're so grateful to have everybody out here and supporting the league the way that they are. So, we'll go from there and figure it out.
Yeah, well, good luck tomorrow, Mr. Bube. But for those who don't know,
Appreciate it,
tomorrow
buddy.
night they will be doing the duels and their version of the Daytona 500. That's what I always call it that. Like when I'm doing Cup, even on broadcast, I hear Daytona 500 when you guys aren't doing nowhere near 500 miles. But
It's gonna be a long night, but
it's gonna be a long
it's
night. Luckily,
good.
I don't work Thursday, so ha. But
Must be nice, okay?
but tune in for that. Do not forget we do go live a half an hour earlier there. Actually, we're going live a little bit earlier because I'm going to do a little interview with the last season champion, Matt Fornes. I didn't get to do it last year because I was not broadcasting Cup, so I want to do it just because I've been with Matt since I started running with these guys back when it was, I don't care if I get in trouble for this, but back when it was MDOT. Started running with these guys, and I thought it was really cool. Matt won that championship, and I was probably more happier than he was that he won it. So I'll be doing a little interview with him before the the duels start. But we got qualifying, we got duels, and then we got the race. I think you guys are doing 90 laps.
No, I believe it is the actual main, as I would call it. You can't tell I'm a short track guy, right? The A main would be 60 laps, and I believe each
What?
duel is 20. Let me see
Oh, you
here.
guys have it set up so weird because it says laps 20/60. Okay, so 20. Okay,
20
okay.
lap
For the
duels,
duels,
and
okay, stage at 15, stage at 30. That takes fuel out
yeah.
of the situation. That's kind of lame, but man, you guys run
Well,
shorter
so
races than we do.
I think the reason for the 60 laps and me as an East Coast guy that's got to be up at the butt crack of dawn, I appreciate the fact that we're doing the 20 lap duels and then a 60 lap main race, because if not we would all be up till 12 1 o'clock in the morning. It makes for a very long night. So I'm happy with the 60 laps, and pray to baby Jesus that that I make it out in one piece and with a halfway decent finish and move on to Texas.
Alrighty, well, thank you all for who tuned in. I know last night we had a good showing. I haven't seen the stream review yet for tonight, but Jeremy will probably post it. Excuse me, somewhere. Good luck to the Cup guys tomorrow. We'll be broadcasting that. We'll probably going live around 8:10, 8:15. And then don't forget, we do got ARCA lessons for the week on Thursday. Joe will be doing that. Should be interesting to see what happens there. See if we have a bunch of people show up or not. If so, Joe, have fun. It was mayhem trying to figure this all out. But we'll figure it out as we go. Big shout out to Ancient World Games for coming on this season, sponsoring the whole series, and Sim Rap Market for coming on sponsoring Truck Series, as well as Second Chance Toys sponsoring the races. So I will get your logo set up next week to rotate through the logos, and we'll see you all tomorrow night, hopefully for the Cup Series. Hopefully they put on a banger, and y'all have a safe night.